Yeah, it's really simple and it's really pretty naive and kind of stupid on my part about how naive I was. I didn't. Basically, what went on is I had bounced around to a couple colleges after high school, mainly because I couldn't get focused. I didn't know what the hell I was going to be doing. But I had a bunch of friends that were going to A&M in College Station. So on a whim, just like I'd done most everything in my life, I went down there, got a place, and enrolled in JUCO down there. More so just so I could be in someplace new and hang out with them, some old high school buddies and stuff. So I'd written, I sort of, senior year at high school, I really did it out of boredom, but I got interested in it for sure, but I didn't know how to play an instrument or anything. I never had even thought about music. Honestly, it was a huge part of my childhood and upbringing, but nobody played an instrument or anything. It's just I was always very influenced by different music or whatever. So, point is I was writing and stuff, and my roommate had a guitar, and he taught me a few chords, and it was fun for me to just kind of screw around with his guitar, in the afternoon or whatever. And I'm not a good guitar player even now, but I started progressing, right? So it interested me. My parents got me my first guitar for my 21st birthday, and I want to say 6 months after that, I dropped out of school and was going to move back to Dallas and form a band. So that's what I did. I just figured you just put names in the paper or something, right? In the one ads or whatever, and then they come to you, and then you form a band, and it's obviously a lot more complex than that, but that's essentially what happened. And because I'd been playing open mics and things around, I had met some people that owned clubs in Dallas and Houston, and they gave me a shot, and Roger Kreger gave me a shot. And so we sucked, but we kind of got better. But the point is I was still writing at the time, and I had some songs that I liked. So I just thought the most obvious next choice is you have to do a record, right? I mean, that's what bands do. They do records. I didn't know how to do it. I'd never been in a studio before, but I knew Lloyd Maines. I didn't know him, but I knew of him, and he'd done a lot of really great records, certainly in this state. Whether it was Guy Clark or Jerry Jeff Walker or down to Pat Green and Corey Morrow and those guys who were really coming up as I was starting. So, of course, I knew who they were. But on the backs of a lot of really great, like I said, Guy Clark or whoever, records was the name of Lloyd Maines. So, whatever. I ended up getting his P.O. box, and I sat down on my couch and I just sang into a tape recorder 8 or 10 songs. And I just sent it to him with a note. Said, hey, I think you're amazing, and I really want to do a record. I don't know how, but this is what you do, right? 2-3 weeks later, maybe a little bit longer than that, I'm driving down I-45, and I get a call from Lloyd Maines. And he goes, hey, Blue, you know how he talks. Hey, Blue, I got your tape and your letter, and I liked it. So, I got an opening in 6 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever it was, a couple months. Do you want to do a record? And I said, yeah, absolutely I do, Didn't have any money, really. Didn't know what the hell I was doing, but so we set it up to do it here in Austin. And I worked a couple of jobs, begged, borrowed, and stole cash, and ended up going in and doing the first record. So that's how it all really started. It was accident, me being naive, the fact that Lloyd was gracious enough to even answer me, much less want to work with us. And so we did 2 records with Lloyd, and that really kind of set me off and running. And it's kind of this train that I haven't stopped yet, you know what I mean? And I hope I make records for a long, long time.